What is up, KORC fans? So, removed the lid already on my Kraton 8S here. If you guys weren't aware, this is it, but that's what the title says. This is the Kraton 8S. It's a monster, and there's the body right there for your proof. But yeah, I've already made a video about this truck, so you guys know I have it. We got a little bit of carnage here, right? A little bit of scrapage, but not too bad. This thing usually stays on its wheels. It doesn't really, go over on its lid too many times because of the length. That's very stable truck. And got some shreddage right here on my street because my street's really tore up. But not too bad. Not too bad. Everything else is really great on this truck. It's such a nice vehicle. I love this thing. Super heavy. I mean, this thing weighs a ton. You know, I got some carnage in the front here, a little scrapage, nothing crazy. Chassis still looking really great. Got some scrapes on there, rocks and stuff. Happens, when you're out off-roading. Everything looks great. Except for that. And this didn't even take that much of a beating, which is really weird. So I was jumping it in the front of my house like I usually do. I would open up the garage right now, but today is like super duper hot. I don't want to let the hot air in my garage. But this truck was jumping off the back side of the jump we have in the front of the house. It was coming down. I think it hit the lip of the driveway on the side of the driveway. And the lip is maybe half the height as this. Nothing crazy. Look at the massive size of these tires. And you would think, okay, you're fine. Well, it came down on this left corner, right? And I hear snap. And I see some pieces flying. I'm like, oh, crap, what is that? I thought it were like little chunks of the road because our asphalt road is, falling apart. Well, no, it was pieces of plastic. And I'm like, holy moly, that came off my truck. And my oldest son, he goes, oh, Dad, you broke something. I'm like, yeah, I heard the snap too. Well, initially I thought, oh, man, I looked at the front, like, yep, that's probably the culprit right there. Blah, blah. Oh, wait a minute. Missing some on the bottom too. I snapped both upper and lower control arms on this thing, and I wasn't even doing anything. That thing, you've seen YouTube videos on these trucks, and they launch them, over houses, craziness, and this thing was 2 feet off the ground, and jumped a total length of maybe 8 feet, and came down in this corner, and that's what happens. So, when you have a massive truck like this, so heavy, these arms are beefy, don't get me wrong. They're very thick arms. Super thick arms. The problem is I think it's the material they're made out of. I believe this is just a composite type of plastic, which makes it very brittle. And things like this, you don't want brittle. You want some flex in them. You want it to be rigid enough to where they're not flexing so bad under any type of conditions, when you're jumping stuff. But you want a little flex, a little give. Because stuff like this, that really shouldn't happen. And there are other guys, I forget the other guy's handles on YouTube. There was one guy, he had pretty much everything stock. I think he had some upgrades to the chassis and stuff, but he did the upgraded ESC and motor to the Castle system. And he wanted to go take it out for his first run with it. He had his buddy with his X-Max out there. He was kind of talking trash about his buddy. He's like, sounds like your gears are stripped in the diff. And I think they were. But anyway, they go on and on. They're walking to their destination. They're driving the cars around. Of course, they're ripping around because, it's fun. And he has like a minute or two maybe on his battery packs. And his buddy pulls out in front of him. He's doing a speed run and back towards him. He brakes so he doesn't, hit his buddy. And the braking on his Castle motor obviously was so crazy that it flipped. His whole car flipped. And boom, he snaps a rear control arm. Just flipping it. He wasn't like doing anything jumping or crazy, nothing. He just flipped it. And it's the stock arms. So these stock arms obviously have an issue. And I would sit here and try to call, Horizon and say, hey, I need a warranty and this and that. And they're going to give me the same ones. This is going to happen again. And I don't have that many packs through this. I maybe have 8 runs total, like I said, on this truck. There's not that many runs on this. So the fact that this broke so easily concerned me. So I do have the whole front control arm set, RPM, coming from Amazon here shortly. And I already have the rears. The rears I already purchased before. And it's only because my local hobby shop had them. So I already have the rears. They're $25. That's a going price for them. And I just never put them on because, I just feel like I wasn't bombing my truck enough. And whatever. Well, I'm going to put them on now for sure. Because first of all, I want to match everything. I got to replace my fronts. But it's just a matter of time before it happens to the rears too. So I'm going to replace all the arms with the RPM. They're made out of that nylon plastic, which it tends to give more than your composite plastic. So it's just a little bit more bendy, if you will. And it should work out better for this truck. But like I said, I don't really take this truck out that often. I don't have time at all to really mess around with these cars. You know, I got my son his 6S Kraton for his birthday. Unveiled it over this weekend. That's I'll make a video on that. That was used eBay special. Very similar to my Outcast / Notorious 6S. But this thing kind of just sits here. You know, it's kind of on display. People come over and they're like, wow, that's a nice truck. Well, yeah, okay. But I only take it out usually when I'm going to a park somewhere. I don't like to drive it around my property out here in front of my street because of the, first of all, the street is really chunked up. So it's going to take these tires down real quick, especially the weight of this vehicle. And there's not, it doesn't have the room to go and you know, speed up. I mean, I would open up the door. Like I said, it was hot out there, but we have a decent cul-de-sac. We don't have a lot of traffic. It's great. We can stand out in the middle of the road and do our thing, jumping in the front yard like we did all day Saturday. It was really awesome. But I very rarely get those opportunities to spend that much time outside or spend so much time on these, let's just say. Saturday, no baseball at all. We took advantage of it. It was super awesome. I mean, this is another issue, but this right here, well, I'm gonna get this mitigated. We're gonna get her back up and running, and then I'm gonna get a running video of this. There's some super big jumps. I found a new spot, and I'm going to head over to that spot here shortly when we get some time. And there's some smaller jumps for, say, like my youngest son Slash over there. Well, he can run that one. He can run that Slash, Baja Ray, whatever. Really cool jumps for those size vehicles. And then there's some massive, like, supercross jumps back there for dirt bikes and everything that be perfect for these guys to take advantage of. And landing ramps and making sure that you're on that down slope of that landing ramp. And you take all that shock out of the vehicle and from damaging things, as long as you land on your wheels. So it's all about controlling the air. I think I have that down pretty good. I've been playing with RCs for a while, but it's time for my boys to learn how to control in the air. My oldest is doing a really good job with that. The Kratons jump themselves, but still, you got to have some skill. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching on the Kraton 8S. I will have more to come once I get my parts. All right, later.